we booked a flight to the capital of Nepal, Kathmandu. And one of the things we also made sure we had was accommodation. So we booked a nice hotel in the centre. We also arranged for the hotel to send a vehicle to pick us up at the airport. The reason for that is whenever you come out of locations like this, you're going to get inundated with individuals wanting to help you. Whatever you do, don't let them pick your bag up. It's going to cost you money. I like to provide a list of need-to-know facts. And here's your list for Nepal. Entry visas you can get upon arrival, but I suggest if you can get them in advance online, that's the best way to do it. Money, everything is fairly affordable, and so it's not too expensive whatsoever. Transportation, Nepal lacks trains, so I guess the best way to describe their transportation system is chaotic, especially in Kathmandu. Here's a few fun facts about Nepal. First off, their flag is quite unique. It's a triangular shaped flag, unlike rectangular flags that we see for the rest of the world. But most importantly, they have Sherpas. Sherpas are the greatest people you'll ever have to deal with anywhere in the world. They're very, very helpful and very, very skillful. Nepal. Nepal is a landlocked country and it is bordered by Tibet, India and China. It has one of the greatest natural wonders of the world, a little place called Mount Everest, and that was the reason we went there. It was November and it was Lorena's birthday coming up, so we thought we'd do something exciting, and so we went to Nepal to go and see Mount Everest. Now, no idea about climbing to the top, but we got to base camp, which is 18,000 feet. We arrived at the capital, Kathmandu. Kathmandu is a big city with very narrow streets and wall-to-wall people. There are approximately 30 million people in Nepal, and I think I passed every one of them in the narrow streets of Kathmandu. One of the places we were looking for was to find someone who was taking a team up to Mount Everest Base Camp. And as we wandered the streets, we eventually found one and we were ready to go. As you can see from the two photographs on the left, unfortunately it's a very poor environment. Almost to the day after the year we were there was an earthquake and many of the temples were destroyed. This is a recent photograph, and the good news is that with investment from other countries, Nepal is being rebuilt. Early one morning, Lorraine and I made our way to Lucknow Airport. If you're afraid of flying, don't ever come to this airport. Our flight was delayed, which was really no surprise, but it gave me the opportunity to take these videos. Early next morning, we met up with other members of the team and we started the 80-mile hike to Base Camp 1 on Mount Everest. The following slides show you the beginning of the trek and the conditions which we were hiking in. The photograph in the top left-hand corner is myself, Lorena, and Lorena's sister Jasmine, who joined us on this journey. In the bottom left-hand corner is Lorena having a good hair day. The slide in the top right-hand corner shows the dining rooms in many of the tea houses that we stayed at on our way to the top. The photograph in the bottom right-hand corner shows the two bridges that we have to cross. We had to climb up to those bridges and cross them. The other photographs shows that we achieved the climb and we're crossing the bridges. There were quite a lot of other bridges very similar. We had to cross this bridge, and this yak decided he would take a 15-minute rest before he came off the bridge, and as you can see, there's no way past him. The higher you get, obviously the colder it gets, and there's one great thing about yaks. In the tea houses, where there's no insulation whatsoever, it's very, very cold overnight. If it wasn't for the yak blankets, you'd freeze to death, so thank you, Mr. Yak. Overnight, the temperatures can drop to minus 20, minus 25 degrees. And so going outside to go to the restroom, that's a problem. But inside, you'll have this wonderful yak blanket and this incredibly modern stove to keep you warm. On your way to the top, you're going to see about 5 times as many yaks as you do people, and they've always got the right of way. The next 4 slides show you how the terrain changes as you hike higher up the mountain. This slide shows you the situation after 8 days of hiking up. We had eventually reached the snow area. During the day it wasn't too bad because you were working for 8 to 10 hours every day. But in the tea houses overnight, it was very, very cold. As you can see from these photographs, the slopes were very, very steep, both upwards and downwards. But what made us smile was the little girl in the far right hand corner. The photograph in the bottom right hand corner confirmed we were on the right track to base camp. We've arrived. Here we are at base camp 1 at Mount Everest. But what was totally and utterly amazing is if you look at the photograph in the bottom right hand corner, it says cats can't hold on. See pull out. What does all that mean? Well, the cats are my soccer team back in England. And I just saw that newspaper and I said, I don't believe it. The photograph in the top right hand corner is Lorraine and I making a UK Union Jack out of an Australian flag. Thanks, Aussies. This photograph shows the evening after our accomplishment of reaching base camp. In the tea house, I had organised, with the help of the Sherpa, to get a happy birthday cake because it was Lorena's 40th birthday. It took us 12 days to hike up to base camp. We were only allowed 3 days to hike all the way back down again. After a couple of days of just lying around in Kathmandu, which is very difficult in Kathmandu, we decided to take a 20-hour bus drive to Pokhara. The people in Pokhara live a very, very simple life, as the lady shows in the bottom left-hand corner, washing her clothes in the stream. With this slide, I hope to show you electronically our excitement of reaching base camp and getting back down again. As you can see, clearly I'm a lot better at hiking than I am on computers. The end. We really hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as we have enjoyed the last 14 years of travelling the world. Travelling, the only way to live.